right. All right, so we'll start in just a sec. Stream will be starting very soon. All right, and welcome back, viewers of the Hawthorne High School esports team. We're going to be hopping into game here. I'm back, joined by Jose. Jose, how you feeling going into this?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're about to face the top one school team. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, top one, that's a big deal. That's pretty tricky. So we'll see how this goes. Let me, real quick, I'm just getting into our stream, so give me 1 sec.
No. Hold on, how do I invite them? Yeah.
All right, we're back. Okay, we'll be jumping in just a second here. So yes, Jose, do you know anything about this team?
I do know they won a belt for Overwatch and Valorant for last year.
And okay, so Overwatch and Valorant. All right, and our Valorant season's going to be coming up in the spring, so hopefully we'll be getting back for that one. I thought that last week the Bears put up a very strong showing, very strong performance. So I'm thinking, I'm hoping that for the same thing this time around. Are they? I'm thinking we're probably getting into map bans right now, just about.
Yeah, they're probably gonna type in the chat. It's
Okay,
not
sweet.
gonna be like the competitive thing or whatever.
Okay, nice. And do you know if we have any map preferences?
I don't really know yet. They didn't really tell me yet, but I do know one of our DPS might play Reaper.
Ooh, Reaper, a man of my own heart. I do love Reaper, and I've been playing Reaper myself recently. It's been feeling pretty good. I think Reaper would be a good pick, because I mean last week when we were spectating against the Rangers, we found that they sort of struggled to compete with the sort of DPS options that we were putting out. We have all this versatility where we could go a flank. We could also, tie down and just take space with hit scan. And, we even have some more, dive potential from tanks and everything like that. So I think we have a very, very versatile team comp. So, yes, I'm feeling pretty good going in here.
So, do you have any favorite healers?
Favorite healers? Well, Jose, I'm a Mercy one trick. I love playing Mercy. That's all I do most of the time. I mean, okay. So I pretty much only play Mercy. Now here's the thing that I've discovered as I've gotten back into Overwatch recently is that people now with bans, they ban Mercy sometimes. And I don't know why, because Mercy is not broken in any way. I think it's just because if you ban a Mercy player's Mercy, then they have no idea what to do. Because trust me, you stick me on any other healer and I'm like basically clueless. But that being said, when that does happen and Mercy is banned, sometimes I'll pull out Ana. I think Ana's a really, really solid healer. It literally always has been, simply just because of the viability of nade. It's always just been one of the best abilities in the game. I wish I knew how to play BAP because he seems really strong right now, especially with Vendetta coming out.
True.
I know we're not going to see a Vendetta today, just because we're playing in a previous patch without Vendetta there, but still, BAP has always been super strong. That immortality field has been just amazing. And I don't really play any of the new ones, though. Juno never really spoke to me. Wu Yang was never really for me either. I'm not really sure. I mean, I haven't really quite tried him. He seems pretty cool, but his primary fire seems a little slow to me.
Yeah, I feel that same way too. But what character do you hate to go against?
On healer?
Yeah.
I mean, look, when I'm playing anything else, I hate going into BAP just because I get the perfect Reaper ult set up, and then he just puts down the immort field, and then I'm screwed. And then same thing with Ana. Honestly, Ana destroys. I feel like everybody that plays Ana is just the GOAT with hitting the sleep every time. So I just feel like I always am getting slept right out of my ult every time. So, Those are probably some of my least favorites. I mean, healers I don't really care about as much. Tanks though, as most people do believe, I think, because based off of how often it gets banned, I also hate going against Zarya. Zarya is so brutal. She does so much damage, you know?
Well, for me, it would have to be Doomfist for tank.
Okay, yeah, Doomfist for sure. Yep.
He's basically like D diver for the
Yeah,
tank.
yeah. And I mean, Doomfist is like, I mean, what do you do, you know? Like, as healer, if you're not playing Ana and you can't just sleep him, like, there's just no option.
Yeah.
Like, I'm playing Mercy. I'm basically playing a bullet hell because I'm just trying to avoid getting destroyed by a Doomfist as I'm trying to get my team up and stuff like that. And you know, anytime you're playing Mercy, there is just a target on your back at all times, and they are just like diving in right on you the second that you appear. So it's brutal. It's brutal out here for Mercy mains, but we do it because we like to fly. I'd say though, DPS Vendetta seems like she's going to be a big issue. I think they're going to totally have to rebalance her.
Yeah.
Is that why we're not playing with her really today?
No, it's because of the GSC rules.
Oh, okay. So we have to wait.
Like for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I did heard from one of the teammates that Vendetta has no counter.
Yeah. No, honestly, like I think pretty much the only counter that I have seen to her in my own games is just hard CC, which there isn't that much of. So, like, I think Roadhog is going to become actually a more viable pick if they don't nerf her, just with the ability to lock her down with Hook. Same thing with Honest Sleep. Same thing with, Brig doesn't have her stun anymore, right? Or does she?
She doesn't have her stun. It's more like a push away.
Yeah, no, because she used to have something where she could shield bash and it would stun them temporarily. But again, I think it's those hard CC options, or maybe just like the burst options, like the one shot from Widow or one shot from a charged Ashe. Like, that's going to be pretty much the only answer to her, at least that there is now. Because she seems absolutely disgusting. I'm seeing her banned in basically every game that I play. So it's good that we don't have to worry about her in this game because, she's a tricky one. I don't know what they were thinking with those numbers. She does a ton. All right, looks like we're getting into bans here. So the game should be starting in just another minute here. Looks like we're going through some hero bans, maybe some map bans. Wait, do we do hero bans in this?
Yeah, you should get one.
Sweet.
Did I say it in the chat or?
Okay, yes. So we're doing some hero bans too. All right, sweet. Yeah. Looking good here. All right, and we are hopping into the game, and Jose has just collected the information for us. We are going to see an Ana ban for this first game and a Zarya ban. So here we go, jumping into game here with Lijiang Tower. Jose, what do you think about this map pick?
Honestly, it's probably one of my most favorite maps since like the edge of like the temple in the middle, like far end. You know?
Yeah.
It's where you can like push people off if you're like playing like Lucio, Doomfist, or like Oriso.
Right. Yeah. No. There's definitely with a lot of the way that this map works is there is plenty of boop potential of like falling off and environmental kills with these characters like Orisa, like Lucio, like stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely we've got a lot of different options here. All right, and we are just going to throw 2. Perfect. Okay. All right, and let's check out what we got here. We've got... All right. We got the team here. We got the squad here. We got Francisca on the Mercy. We got Marcello on the Reinhardt. We've got Kermit on the Symmetra. We've got Nastu on the Lucio, and Planet Cloudy on this Sombra pick here. So, here we go. First point. This can be a tough one. Looks like we've got Ryan into Orisa. That's going to be a little bit tricky for the Bears, but it looks like they're just going to burst it down. Going over here into that choke. Ryan is just going to clear that out with the Symmetra turrets doing infinite damage. So strong coming up here. Great, great opener from the Bears here, and we are going to go ahead and cap that first point. Brilliant work, brilliant work. Okay, great. And now, with this advantage that we have here, for things like Sombra and Symmetra, they get to set up for free. As now, the Cougars are forced to push into the Bears here, going for a Reaper flank, but is not going to get much. Ryan is just sitting pretty with the healers here. What will be the answer? Ryan's going straight in, going to pin the Wu Yang for the healers, and then their team is following up perfectly with the follow-up on the other healer, and Orisa going down right as that Ryan looks for that perfect pick. Strong Ryan coming out from Marcello here. Love to see it with the Bears. 40% now unanswered from the Cougars. Jose, what are we thinking?
I think our team actually might have a chance to beat it.
Absolutely. No, I'd say we have more than a chance. I would say looking for this next answer. Oh, okay, they're going to come in from behind. Strong fire strike damage. Ryan going to miss that pin, but it looks like it's time for a shatter. Will it come out? Not quite yet. Mercy's going to go down 2 as we are now switching to Symmetra. Perhaps we can get a little bit of a hold here on the point. The DPS are not going down so easily. Okay, Planet Cloudy is going to take a couple before they go down. The Cougars are going to take control of the point as now Symmetra goes down as well, but just in time for the Rhine to come back with a shatter ready to go. Mercy going to get that nice res, but is going to pay for it. Will we get this pin? Not quite. Marcello going to be a little bit caught out here. What are we going to do? Okay, Shatter comes out. Big damage, but not quite the follow-up we were looking for. We're going to need to regroup from the Bears. Lucio going to fall as well. The Cougars are now coming back with about 30%. Ryan is back, ready to go. As going to take that teleporter here. We see right over in the far right here, this Sombra is looking for that pick. Will they find it, though? Lucio's ready to drop the beat. Will we see it? Okay, Symmetra wall going to come down. Here it comes, and there is the beat. Let's see it. Where's that damage? Do we have that answer from the Bears? Okay, Marcello is going to take one down here. Planet Cloudy got the flank going on. Ryan's going down. Mercy does get the res. Okay, they can get back super fast here because they have that Lucio speed up, and this Sombra just doing so much damage. The healer is isolated. Juno is going to be going down here. Bears retaking the point, and there they go. Coming up now on 70% with this now Sombra looking for a flank. Perfect. Okay, so the Bears have retaken the point here. everyone back on. Everyone's looking good on point. Do we have the answer from the Cougars? As the Bears are now going up to 90%. This is just about the Cougars' last stand. But as that Ash is going to go down to Planet Cloudy, which I didn't even see on stream here. Okay, Ramatra ult coming through. Do they have the answer? Shatter. Okay. Tank's going to go down here. Mercy's still here. Can we get that res? Planet Cloudy's still here. Okay, and it looks like the Cougars are going to take there, but the Bears have another contest still available. Ults are not exactly super close, but it looks like we might have a pick here. Oh, it's very close, very close. Planet Cloudy on that Sombra, not quite able to find that Juno. Ryan's coming into the point. Do we have a pick? Okay, the Symmetra damage is there. The shatter, and there it is. The Bears are clearing out the Cougars as they are falling one by one. There is just no answer. All the Bears ults are up, and it doesn't even matter because they have taken that objective 100%. There it is. That is going to be Bears taking game one. Beautiful work. Very coordinated. Okay. Jose, I'm very convinced this is looking great for us on this first game here. That's round one to the Bears. What are we thinking?
Well, when I first saw them switch different tanks, I honestly expect them to switch too.
Yeah, so just taking a quick look at our leaderboards and our numbers here, it looks like the healers from the Cougars are doing a pretty good job of staying even, but that DPS gap is just massive, and there's a bit of a tank one too, just with how much space this Ryan has gotten. Marcello going in right away, and it looks like the Bears are already on this point. Where is our Sombra though? Right over here, going to be hacking a lot of these Cougar health packs. Going to try and find those openings. This is that map we were talking about, Jose, earlier, where now the teams that are approaching from the back do need to be concerned about the fact that we do have a Lucio who is ready to hit you off and ready to just find that pick, which can be absolutely devastating. Big fire strike damage coming in from the Ryan, going forward, swinging, and there goes the Genji. Shatter is on deck here, coming through with another big swing. It's about time. Here it comes. There it is, but Ryan gonna fall down. Can the Mercy get the res? Not quite. A little bit of an overextension there from the Bears. Sombra's still here, might be able to hold a little bit, but it looks like maybe we're just going to be going for a pick on this Genji. Not going to go down, going to regroup with our team. All right. Symmetra maybe a little bit caught out. Maybe a little bit caught out from this. Okay, good. Able to get some of those turrets down. Ryan not looking the healthiest right now, but looks like we've got those healers up here. Lucio Mercy, not exactly a high healing output comp, but it's been doing the trick so far, so hopefully we're looking good here. We still have that Sombra in the back. Keep your eyes. And there's that pin on the Ramatra. Do we have the hack? Perfect execution from that Sombra. Amazing hack damage. The Symmetra turrets doing what they do and absolutely draining them down. It's a dead even game just about as the Bears retake this point and are now going to be holding on to this. Already you can see damage numbers from the Bears have increased a lot, especially those Symmetra numbers. Rhine damage is big all around, just large damage output all around from the Bears here. And another pick from that Sombra. Cougar's going to have to spend even more time regrouping. Fire strikes, every single one, finding their marks. Big damage from that one, too, as one of the Cougars' healers fall down. Shatter's going to be on deck. Valk ready to go. And a few of these Bear ults are ready to be unleashed. Okay, and another pick from this Sombra. Absolutely unanswered. finally going down there, but it's already too late because I don't think that this one Ramatra ult's going to be enough. Right, as simple as that. The follow-up from the Cougars has been annihilated before the attack even began. Big coordination coming out. And with this Sombra just ravaging the backline, the Cougars have no hope to even challenge it. The Genji Blade doing nothing. And that's round 2. Game 1 going over to the Bears with next to no answer for that second round. Nothing that the Cougars could do to answer that Sombra pick, the Ryan pick, even on counters like Ramatra and Orisa, 2 of Ryan's biggest counters. There was just nothing that they could do. Final stats as we're exiting this first game here. Huge tank damage, just about unanswered. So much more mitigated as well. And we'll see you back right there as we go into game 2. We'll be right back. All right, and we are going to be jumping back here in just a second. We're going to do a little pre-game interview here with Jose, sort of unpacking pre and post game. You know, thinking about how the last game went, thinking about what we're seeing this game. We're going to be going to Circuit Royale. What do you think about this map, Jose? What do you think about this choice?
Well, I kind of think that our team's probably going to do good on push, but probably on defense, it might not be so well since our team is very aggressive.
Yes, right, yes. And that's a lot of the chatter that we're hearing in the room. It seems like over the course of the season, the Bears have been very strong on this game mode with their ability to, you know, be aggressive at times and take that space and push that objective. But, you know, hey, there's two sides to this where you got to be able to attack, but you also got to be able to defend. I know we're taking out Ramatra for this game. That was definitely one of their picks that they stuck with a lot last game. So hopefully, you know, we'll see what their option is. Hopefully it's not anything that we can't handle. But, you know, Ramatra and Orisa being two of, if not the two, hardest Reinhardt counters in the game, and we know Marcello just absolutely like insane on this Reinhardt. It's gonna make it even more difficult for them to find the answer for it.
That is true, and I think to win this game, we should just stay calm and collected. So, as a team together.
Yeah, staying calm is going to be the key, as it always is with you know, games like this where we know it's a difficult opponent, we know it's a big game. Both teams tied for first in the series right now, or not in the series, but you know, in their overall records, both tied for first. So this is really Clash of the Titans here, big deal.
Who do you think is like the most biggest worry?
Biggest what?
Biggest worry about like the
Biggest
opponent's
worry. I mean, with this map, this can be a very good Torb map. So I am a little worried that we could see that Torb pick on this map specifically, just because there are so many spots for that Torb to set up. You know, we saw last game, what did they pick? They had a Reaper, which gave us a little bit of trouble. But this map not necessarily being, you know, a strong Reaper map. There's always, you know, sometimes it feels like every map's a Reaper map, but this is definitely not one of the stronger ones. So we're definitely still going to, you know, have to be wary of it. But with that said, it looks like we are going to be hopping right in here to game number 2 on Circuit Royale with the Hawthorne High School Bears versus the Cougars. And let's take a look at what these picks are going to be looking like. I know I heard some chatter maybe of a Lucio again. Now I will say, based on my experience on this map, I don't know if there's going to be too much boop potential, not too much room for an environmental kill. But, you know, hey, you never know. So, yeah, just like that, looks like we are going to see the Bastion coming out here. From the Bears, we're seeing the Mercy back. Ash now. We know from last week that Ash is absolutely devastating. And it looks like we're also going to go ahead and see a ball pick. And a little bit of a role swap as well, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we had Marcello on the Rhine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it looks like we've got Planet Cloudy, who was last game devastating on the Sombra, going to be swapping to Tank here on the Wrecking Ball pick. So let's see how that goes. Now we have Marcello going to be sitting pretty on this Bastion pick. And just like that, here we go. Game number 2. Mercy going to be pocketing this Bastion. Here's that Ash. Let's take a look. It looks like the Cougars are going to be bringing out the Hazard pick here. So that is definitely something that the Bears might not have just enough experience on. And it looks like already we're going to see a dive. But good answer from the healers here. And it looks like Kermit, who is devastating on the Ash, is going to be able to find those picks. Marcello going to go ahead and find those last hits, finding a lot of pick potential with these two hit scan DPSs here on the Bears. Wrecking Ball just, sitting pretty, going around, doing what Wrecking Ball does, making it more difficult. Hazard going to be going in with very little follow-up. Do they find the pick? Maybe not quite. Gonna have to retreat there, and Marcello finding that healer pick and then immediately looking for that strike. Right there, mowing down these Cougars as they are caught out. No barrier, no mitigation coming out, as now these rapid-fire miniguns from the Bastion and the Ball are going to just be devastating for them. Not the emote, too. Mercy going to be doing what Mercy does and pocketing this Ashe, making those headshots absolutely lethal. Let's take a closer look. Let's see what we got. Looks like we see a Freya here. Oh, being keen on this pick here. Can we find it? Not quite. Not quite. Ashe is going to be falling down there. And it looks like now the Cougars are going to find a couple picks on the Bears as they are trying to fall back here. Car and Tree in the way, as they always are. One of the most killers on this map is just navigating some of those terrain, as it looks like it's going to need to be a regroup from the Bears here. Bob is just about ready to go. We have Window coming out. We have Minefield ready to be deployed here as this Ball buys time. Looking super tanky. They are ready for it. They're waiting. Will we be able to get our Ball out of here? Do we have it? There it is. Here it comes. Here's the minefield. Let's see it. They can't run anywhere because there's nowhere to run. With mines all over the ground, you can't get out of that Bastion strike when there is just mines everywhere. Going to be a res here from this Mercy. Window still ready to go. Bob still ready to go. Not many. Valk still ready to go. Bunch of ults ready to go with only 2 from the Bears needing to be used. Excellent execution from the Bears there. Bastion going to be finding this space here. Going to now force these Cougars to be coming through this choke. We have multiple Bear ults ready to be used. There's the Window coming out, but is going to be answered by the Trans. Looks like we're going to find a pick here. Hazard going to be taking out a couple of these Bears, but this point is far from over. Wrecking Ball still ready to go. Looks like our BAP might be falling down here. Yep, falling down. We still have our Wrecking Ball, making it very difficult for this answer. Do we have another touch? Yes, the Bears are going to be able to touch this point again before time is expended. We do have time at a 0, so if this can go through, we have 2 big picks and they can't push it because of these amazing picks here. They don't even need their tank. That is going to be round 1 going over. It looks like a push of only 86 meters. Not even the first respawn point taken. Big showing, confident showing from the Bears here. Jose, what do we make of this?
I was very surprised. I was honestly thinking they were going to get 1 point, but our team seems like it's way better than theirs.
Yeah, no, not even 1 point going over to the Cougars here. It's looking pretty bleak, but I don't want to speak too soon. Just overall, really strong showing from the Bears here on this second game. With now some picks going to be swapped up, we're going to see Kermit going from the Ashe over to the Junkrat. Very good at opening up, taking up those space, taking that space in this big wide open sight line. We're gonna see how this goes. We've got Diva coming out as well. I like the Witch Mercy swap up. That's totally gonna screw them over, right? They're not gonna be expecting this Mercy skin.
Yeah.
with this, and they even have this little coordination here. So this is I'm loving what I'm seeing already, because the skin coordination is secondary, but just as important to the coordination from these ults, which they were so confident and strong with on that first round. So let's see it right here. It looks like already the Cougars are not holding that first line of sight. It looks like they're going to be falling back and going for the second LOS on this point here. Interesting choice, because usually that first corner can be very difficult to take, but it looks like they're just going to let him have it for free. As now Diva looking high ground here, already going to be taking out that Cassidy. And what is the answer? They cannot find the damage as this Diva's here. Diva is going to go down a little bit low, but already you can see the Bears have basically taken they've moved the cart to where they're needing to find it. Do they have any answer from the Cougars? Not at all, as they are mowed down. They have no answer at all. The Bears are going to be just absolutely steamrolling on that offense. Jose, that almost felt a little anticlimactic to me. I don't even know here. Marcello with that play of the game.
I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but
yeah.
A quick win is a quick win.
A quick win is a quick win. I think, honestly, it looked to be like a little bit of a lack of motivation from those Cougars on that second round there. It just did not feel great to me.
Well, it seems like we're done.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. If you have joined us, if you've been one of our viewers here, thank you so much. Or if you're watching the VOD back, we appreciate you. Again, we're still very new to this whole streaming thing, so if there's anything that maybe you want to see in the future, let us know. As always, I've been Franklin here on the mic, joined by
Jose,
and this has been the Bears Overwatch game against the Cougars. Thank you so much for